Hey, if you're looking to move out to Strongsville, then I got a special treat for you. I'm gonna show you exactly what it's like to live right here on the western suburb of Strongsville. And as a bonus, we got this newly renovated house that just hit the market. So we're gonna show you exactly how far $265,000 is gonna go for you. Hey, and at the end of this video, if you think Strongsville is not the right city for you, we've got a couple other cities that we're gonna suggest you checking out as well. So come on guys, let's go take a look. Hey everyone, Alex Colasar here with Century 21, and with me I got Ryan Heemeyer. He is also on our Century 21 brokerage, and he knows the western suburbs like the back of his hand. You were born in Brunswick, right?
Yeah, born and raised in Brunswick. I lived there most of my life, other than a little bit of time in college. I was down in the Akron area, so I kind of know down there a little bit, but for the most part, I focus on as far south as Medina, and then I shoot up all the way north on the west side all the way to the lake. So that puts Strongsville about in the middle of my crosshairs.
Yeah, pretty much right in the middle, man. And what did you think about that house we just checked out?
The house we just checked out was very nice. It was completely remodeled. It has new countertops, new floors, new paint, new everything.
And under 300,000, man, that's hard to find in Strongsville.
Absolutely, very difficult to find right now.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about it, again, a lot of people might say, is it's just a split level, so you don't obviously walk onto any floor. You kind of go upstairs or downstairs. So for someone that's maybe a little bit elderly or whatnot, it could be a little downfall. But if you got kids, man, push them into the basement, then you got the entire upstairs to yourself. So it's kind of a win-win there. So
absolutely.
But yeah, man, let's hop into it. Look, normally I start these videos off with like sunshine and rainbows, and I like to tell you how great it is to live here. But I just kind of want to start it off a little bit different here, man. If you had to tell someone not to move here because of certain reasons, what do you think the cons are of living right here in Strongsville?
Well, see, in Strongsville, I mean, the property taxes are a little relatively high. Not terrible, but they're a little higher than some of the nearby places like Parma or Brunswick, for instance. But
yeah,
also,
I think the tax rate's like 2.44% on your assessed value of your property, which is, it's all relative. On the east side of Cleveland, I mean, you got like Shaker Heights and the South Euclid areas pushing up to like 4%. So it's going to be all relative, but make sure you keep that in mind. Since the home prices are a little higher here, you're going to pay a little more in taxes.
Right, absolutely. And then the other thing, you know, with being one of the largest suburbs in the state, Strongsville has about 45,000 residents. You know, you have a lot of attractions here, such as Southpark Mall and pretty much everywhere you can think of to eat right here. But unfortunately, what that also brings is a lot of heavy traffic. So if that's something that, you know, irks you too much, you know, this might not be the place. You might want to look at some neighboring areas like Brunswick or Medina.
Yeah. And I know, like, right on 42, which is going to be the main road here in Strongsville, I mean, like you said, you got everything. There's tons of, like, little shopping plazas and little plazas to go eat at. So there's tons to do. But as a result, again, people are always going to be out and about. So while it seems like it's super close, just be prepared to, like, obviously hit some traffic and maybe be stuck at a couple red lights. All right, now, normally I don't bring this up in my videos either, just because sometimes it could be, like, kind of like a sensitive topic or whatever. But what do you think about the diversity here in Strongsville?
Yeah, here in Strongsville, it's 90% Caucasian, so depending on what kind of diversity you're looking for, if you want a little bit more of a cultured area, you might look a little bit more east side or a little further north, but here in Strongsville, it's about 90% Caucasian.
Gotcha. Yeah. And lastly, I think that we all want to touch on is obviously the weather here in Strongsville, and pretty much all the way in Northeast Ohio. I mean, it is what it is, man. It gets cold here. But I mean, what do you think? Obviously you've been on both sides of Cleveland. Do you notice like a difference in the weather from Strongsville, say over there, to compared to like Shaker Heights or like Chagrin Falls? Or
yeah, it definitely gets a little less snow and rain than the east side, because the lake effect snow kind of brushes up over the east a little bit more. Kind of the same reason why Buffalo gets pounded with snow all the time.
Oh man, even up in Willoughby, right off Lake Erie, I got family that lives up there, and we just went up there for a graduation party, and it was just windy the entire time there. It was a couple degrees cooler too. I mean, you just have this constant breeze that kind of comes off, so it's super pretty over there. But again, you're gonna have to deal with that lake effect snow and that weather that comes off Lake Erie. So if you're looking to move to Strongsville, the city of Strongsville is definitely predominantly like family driven here. So I'm sure if you're looking to move out here, school district might be super, super important to you. I mean, what do you have to say? Do you think the Strongsville school districts are a good school district?
Well, it's a little touchy because growing up as a Blue Devil, graduating from Brunswick, that's kind of like asking a Browns fan if you like the Steelers.
Oh man, some rivalry, huh?
Yeah, a little bit of that,
Yeah.
but that's all right. We won my year in football.
There you go.
Got you guys on that.
Yeah, and it's a
but-
big school district, right? You got like 5,000 students there.
Yeah, it's very similar to Brunswick in that way. Both very large school systems, as you were saying, over 5,000 kids in a very family-oriented community. Large emphasis on sports in the community. So
Yeah. You play football?
absolutely,
Yeah, what position?
defensive end.
There you go. Yeah, I was a center, but in 9th grade. Immediately didn't grow anymore after that, but yeah, I know Strongsville is definitely like the top 10 Cleveland City school districts. It's not within the Cleveland City, but within the suburbs itself, it's definitely within the top 10. So it's definitely one of the suburbs that's sought out by a lot of people looking to move out to the area. All right, so Strongsville definitely has some good school districts here, but let's talk about it. I mean, is there a lot to do out here, like in the Strongsville area?
Yeah, actually, Strongsville has quite a bit to do. So in the summertime, you have the metro parks that come through here, so you can jog, hike, bike, any of that you're interested. It runs along with the river, so you can get your kayaks in there, your canoes, do all that, a little bit of fishing maybe.
Yeah, and we were just at the house that we were checking out earlier in this video, and literally right down the street, there's like a bike path that goes all the way through. A lot of people are really fit out here.
Absolutely. Then you also have the whole Southpark Mall and all that commercialized area that brings all sorts of different kinds of shopping. You have bowling. The area, there's tons of golf courses that are very close by to the area within like a 10 or 15 minute drive.
And we know we love golf courses out here. I mean, in the summertime, I always say there's not a ton to do, so that's why I always talk about the parks that they got here, then obviously the golf courses, because I mean, what's a better way to spend the afternoon than out in a golf cart or just hiking?
Absolutely.
Oh, by the way, I think the Southpark Mall actually just sold earlier in 2021 for like $58 million or something like that. I think, isn't Strongsville, the Southpark Mall, the biggest mall here in the Cleveland area?
Absolutely is.
Yeah.
The next area would be the Beechwood area, but if you're
All the way on the east side.
if you're in the west side area, the Southpark Mall is the way to go. The next shopping area you'd probably be looking at would be in a Crocker Park maybe, or if you went way south to the Summit Mall.
And Crocker Park's out in Westlake, right? It's probably about a 30-minute drive from here.
Yeah,
or-
Westlake, Rocky River area.
Okay, gotcha.
So Alex and I are sitting here right now at a Albanian Woods picnic area.
That's like right off the Mill Reservation, right? From the Rocky River Reservation that runs south.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
right where the Go Zip zip line is at.
Oh, I've heard good things about that. I know for a fact they've had axe throwing out there, because I don't come to Strongsville too often, but we did come out here for like a bachelor party, and we ended up doing axe throwing. It's actually really challenging.
Yeah, it's harder than you think.
Yeah, most definitely. But yeah, I'd say predominantly that if you're looking to move out here, the metro parks are probably going to be your best friend. Take advantage of it in the summertime, because obviously it seems like we got like 9 months of winter out here sometimes. So definitely when it hits the spring and summertime, this is probably going to be your best friend out here. Get a bike, go hiking, and obviously come out here with some friends and family and whatnot. But yeah, honestly, if like Strongsville does not like check all your boxes on what you're looking for like within the city, as far as like what to do for activities and whatnot, I mean, you got everything within like a 25-minute drive, right?
Absolutely. You can still catch an Indians game all summer long. You're real close to Cleveland, and then when the fall comes, you got the Browns, or in the wintertime,
Yeah, downtown's like
Cavs or
30
Monsters.
minutes away, which is not bad. I mean, obviously traffic can boost it out a little bit more, but you're looking like 25 to 30 minutes to get downtown. And then what you got? How far is Top Golf from here?
Top Golf, it's about 20 minutes. It's in Independence.
Okay, yeah, another great area as well. And then you also have like the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo. Probably another like 25 minutes. Yeah, so really everything that you need is honestly within like a 25 to 30 minute drive around here. So if Strongsville doesn't have it for you, chances are the neighboring cities do. All right, so last but not least, let's talk about the homes out here, because if you're looking to move out here to Strongsville, obviously that's going to be step number one here. Like we said earlier, there's around 45,000 residents, so Strongsville is definitely like a large area, so there's definitely going to be a plethora of apartments for rent and obviously houses for sale. But what we saw over the recent years is that home prices from like 2017 went from around like $220,000 on average, and now we're literally in 2021 pushing almost $300,000 for that average home. So home prices have been increasing, and it's probably because of the national shortage that we have here in homes, and we see in it specifically right here in Strongsville as well. I mean, What do you see like when you help buyers look for properties out here? Is there a large demand for homes out here? Or?
There's absolutely a very large demand in Strongsville, and as you were saying before, you know, nationally we're kind of dealing with an inventory shortage that's driving up this demand and causing a lot of multiple offer situations. When I look in Strongsville as opposed to some of my surrounding areas, Strongsville seems to be even a little more heightened with that. You definitely, when you're looking at houses around the low 300s and under, almost every time you're getting into a multiple offer situation. So
yeah, there's not a lot of houses under that $300,000 price point. If there are, I mean, they're scattered throughout the city, but you're not going to find a lot of them in these communities that you see. So maybe kind of scattered throughout the city, and obviously like condos are going to be priced under $300,000. But yeah, it seems like the demand is is absolutely crazy. Once you hit in a little higher price point, it slows down a little bit, but I think the average days on market right now is like 14 days. I mean,
yeah.
Are you writing offers usually over asking price?
Almost every time.
Jeez, yeah.
Unless it's one of those rare occasions where you got a house that's been sitting there for 20 days or more, which is very rare in this market.
Yeah.
Almost every time you're writing an asking price well above, or you're writing an offer well above asking.
Yeah, and you're not like, it's not like California or anything where you're writing like $100,000 over asking, but we've seen around like 10% on average. So if you're looking around a $300,000 house, we've seen offers go up to around that $330,000 price point. So yeah, if you're looking to move out to the Strongsville area and you think it's your jam and you absolutely love this place, make sure you send us both either a text, phone call, email, and we'd be more than happy to obviously set you up on a search and see if we can't find you a house. But after watching this video, you're like, nah, Strongsville's not really for me. Do you have any other like western suburbs of Cleveland that you would recommend checking out?
There's a lot of other good alternatives. You got Brunswick and Medina south of Strongsville, and then a little bit east. If you kind of want to go somewhat east, you got Broadview and Brecksville. They're pretty high-end areas. Then you can go up into Westlake, North Olmsted, Olmsted Falls, Fairview, Rocky River.
So yeah, every single city has a unique reason why it makes it so great. So really it all comes down to your personal preferences. I mean, do you have kids? Are you single? Do you want to be closer to parks? Is being downtown for, you know, catching all of the baseball games and the football games and the Cav games really important to you? Do you want walkability? Do you hate traffic? I mean, there's so many what ifs. So if you are looking to move out to the area, make sure you send us a text, phone call, email, because no matter how you want to get a hold of us, we got your back. We're moving to the area. I appreciate you guys for watching, and
Thanks,
we'll catch
guys.
you in the next video.